Buongiorno! I am here on the Grand Canal for another Quattro Minuti con Casanova. I am on the Traghetto de Garzoni, also known as the Traghetto San Thomas, because here's where the gondoliers will take you across the Grand Canal in the absence of a nearby bridge. I have a Casanova story for you today about a young woman that he had a very lovely few days with. Casanova was standing here, and this was a place where there was a traghetto, and also where what they called a packet boat would come from the mainland to deliver stuff at night. So picture a dark night, kind of misty and foggy, and Casanova comes walking up and sees this young woman with a hood over her head. He could just see her blonde ringlets. She looked very scared, looking around, wondering what to do, looking kind of lost. Casanova approached her to offer help, and it's really a good thing he did, because later he discovered that there was a pimp looking at her too, who might have taken her off for more nefarious designs. Well, Casanova instead escorted her to a small cafe nearby, actually at Malvasia, where they served Malvasia wine, and heard her story. She was here to meet her lover, a young man, a nobleman who was living sort of a dissolute life. His name was Traghetto Stefani. He had met her on the mainland, had promised, if you come to Venice, I will marry you, I will love you forever. So she came here and, no, Stefani. So here she was wondering what to do, Casanova stepped in to help her out. So once he heard her story, he immediately brought her to the house of an old widow who had a room to let. This would be a safe and respectable place for the Countess to stay at. Oh, by the way, she was a Countess. Casanova does not tell us her actual name. He says Countess A.S. to protect her reputation. So the historians have never discovered exactly who she was. The Casanova historians often discovered who the women were, but for her, it was never known exactly who she was. So anyways, Casanova put her in the rooms of this widow. He then bought her presents, slippers and gloves and underthings and a nightgown and a nightcap, because they always wore a nightcap then. And then he began to sort of woo her. But I have a quote for you. I have to read it for you. He said, "I could not believe that she was open to a new love in her terrible situation, and the idea of reducing her to the point of surrender by my attentions would have horrified me if it had entered my mind." Clearly it had entered his mind, or he wouldn't be able to say something like this. Well, he plied her with gifts and food for a few days. In the meantime, he also talked to his friends, Senator Bragadin and his cronies, and discovered they knew the Countess's father. And so they got word to the father that she was safe, she wanted to come home, she was staying in this respectable place. And so soon they were able to plan this for the father and his son to come pick up the Countess here at the widow's apartments. Now Casanova also planned this for about 3 days later. So he and the Countess then spent about 3 days together enjoying their love. And he said she did very happily surrender to him. And as she left on the boat to say goodbye, they waved, but they couldn't say any words